Hello and welcome to this week's news at Gaming Bolt, and today we're going to be talking about the various financial reports that have come out over the week. Let's start with Sony, which announced their financial results for the fiscal year, which ended on March 31st, 2018, and the results are quite positive. The company revealed details about the number of PS4 shipments made during this last fiscal year, and the numbers align with the company's expectations, having shipped a total of 19 million units in the last year. While there has been a decrease in sales for the PS4 as compared to the previous year, these numbers are still really good, considering that it's been more than 4 years since the console first launched. This brings total shipments of the PS4 to 76.5 million, and it looks like it will continue selling well for a while longer, even though there will likely be a year-on-year decline in sales going forward. Sony shared their forecast for the current fiscal year, which will end on March 31st, 2019, and predicts to ship another 16 million units of the console. Overall, it's been a good year for Sony and the PS4, and hopefully the good times will continue. Meanwhile, in Nintendo's latest earnings report for the fiscal year ending on March 31st, 2018, it revealed that its Switch console managed to sell 17.79 million units worldwide. About 68.97 million software units have been sold as well. Perhaps more interesting is how Nintendo projected the Switch to sell an additional 20 million units and 100 million software units in the upcoming fiscal year, ending March 31st, 2019. That would bring the grand total close to 38 million Switch units by the end of the next fiscal year. With new games on the way like Bayonetta 3, Super Smash Bros., and much more, it wouldn't be impossible for the Switch to meet its next lofty goal. Nintendo had previously increased its projections for the Switch following its positive reception, which eventually surpassed its expectations by 50,000 units or so. The company also revealed sales for games like Super Mario Odyssey, 10.41 million units, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 9.22 million units, and Splatoon 2, 6.02 million units. Overall, the Switch has 12 titles, which have each surpassed 1 million units sold. With how good the PS4 has been doing, we've started to hear a lot of rumors about the PlayStation 5. The rumor mill is curiously silent on the next Xbox console, however. So far, we haven't heard much on that front. Is this because Microsoft is just good at keeping secrets clamped down, or are they just launching their console after Sony's? After all, an isolated launch worked wonderfully for Nintendo with the Switch. Would it not serve Microsoft to do something similar with their next Xbox as well? Especially since going head-to-head with Sony this generation didn't exactly work out for them. Speaking to Gaming Bolt in an exclusive interview, Wedbush Securities analyst Michael Pachter said he doesn't feel so. I think Microsoft could try isolated launches, but the Xbox One X pretty much shows they're not going to do that, he said. It launched far too recently, so I don't see a new Xbox launching in 2019. I don't think so. And the thing is, both companies are pretty much aware of what the other guy is doing, so they'll know if someone is working on a new console and it's coming. I don't think the reason the PS3 launched so late was because it was so complex with the cell processor, and Sony couldn't get those fabricated quick enough. That kind of staggered launch won't happen again. If one picks a date, the other will be there. I think both the next Xbox and PS5 are 2020, he reaffirmed. Assuming the next Xbox and PS5 are both 2020, that does put both console successors comfortably far away from the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro respectively, so that their owners won't feel burned by their purchases. The question now is a head-to-head launch actually something Microsoft should try, given how the Xbox One and PS4 launching together went for them? CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 has been a long time coming, and after how beloved The Witcher 3 was, all eyes are on it because players want more of the kind of goodness that Wild Hunt provided. We already know that the game will be shown off at E3 this year, but now one of the big surprises surrounding it may have been leaked early. According to a report on Game Pressure, it sounds like Cyberpunk 2077 will be played from a first-person perspective, instead of the third-person perspective that's become the standard for CD Projekt Red games over the years. That will put the game in the same category as other first-person RPGs like Deus Ex, System Shock, The Elder Scrolls, and Fallout. That's not all either, because apparently at least one sequence in the game will take place on the moon. It's unclear whether there will be a third-person option at all. Remember, for now, this is all unsubstantiated rumor, so take it with the appropriate helping of salt. Cyberpunk 2077 is due out for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Speaking of things we might hear more about at E3, of all the E3 pressers this year, we think it's Bethesda's that we're looking forward to the most. Not only because they make some of our favorite games, cool immersive single-player adventures, but also because we have no idea what to expect from them this year. We're hoping for Starfield, but what exactly do they actually have in the works? According to Bethesda's Pete Hines, a healthy number, quote-unquote, of new projects will be shown off at E3 this year. Speaking to Game Reactor, Hines said, "We have some surprises in store. We're going to be talking about a healthy number of new games and new projects, and look, I'm really excited. We've been working on E3 for this year since September of last year. I'm already 7-8 months into working on E3, but I really like how it's coming along. I think there's going to be something in there for everyone regardless of what you play on or what kind of games you're into, and my biggest hope always is that we deliver on the promise of E3. I think we promised a lot of stuff last year. We shipped every one of those games and they were all really good quality. I think we had the highest Metacritic rating of any publisher in 2017, and that's our goal again this year, is to not only talk about new stuff, but also deliver on those promises and give people the kind of games that they all really want and expect from Bethesda." At this point, a new standalone Prey was heavily hinted at by Bethesda. However, our undying hope will remain for Starfield to finally be announced, or hell, literally anything new from Bethesda Game Studios. And finally, after a string of rumors that claimed that Microsoft had struck exclusive Xbox One marketing deals for a number of major upcoming third-party games, including Borderlands 3, Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford recently made it clear that he was in fact privy to no such information. In spite of that though, people have been propagating these reports even still, which has made the Gearbox boss come out with an explicit denial of the same. After a Twitter user recently posted a tweet that seemed to make mention of the rumored deal in question, Pitchford replied promptly and very firmly, shut them down, claiming that these reports have zero basis in reality. Later on in another tweet, he opined that the sources that reported on it were inherently not reputable, since they were reporting on something that was factually incorrect. That seems to be a pretty firm and final confirmation that these rumors regarding these exclusive marketing deals are indeed not true at all. Hopefully, this will put the discussions to rest. Then again, never say never. We don't know much about Borderlands 3 yet, not even when it might be releasing or what systems it might launch for, but stay tuned to Gaming Bolt and we'll keep updating you as more info comes our way. That'll be it for this video. If you like what we're doing, please go ahead and subscribe and we'll see you next time.